So you're thinking about moving to the Bozeman, Montana area. Maybe you've heard of Manhattan, Montana, just outside of Bozeman and Belgrade, and you're curious about learning some more. Well, in this video, I'm gonna take you inside the computer. We're gonna dive into Google Maps, take a look at the whole area, some different neighborhoods, different areas, proximity to the Gallatin River, the airport, and so much more. Hey there, my name is Hallie with Life in Bozeman, Montana. This channel is all about living all around the areas here in Southwest Montana. From Bozeman to Livingston to Big Sky and Ennis, all the way over to Three Forks and beyond. If you haven't seen my previous video on Manhattan, Montana yet, and you're curious about learning a little bit more, I actually did a full vlog tour of the whole Manhattan area. We drove around, checked out some different neighborhoods, different homes and different price points. So if you're curious about learning a little bit more, that's gonna be a great resource for you as well. As I said, we're gonna hop onto the computer now and take a look at the area of Manhattan as a whole, but stick around to the end because I'm also gonna be talking about a residential ranch community just north of Manhattan. First of all, Manhattan is located right here off of Interstate 90, about 20 minutes to Bozeman in this direction, past Belgrade and the airport right over here, and then of course about 10 minutes over here to Three Forks. The population of Manhattan is just over 2,000, so it's definitely a small town, but with its proximity to Bozeman, the overall location and the views, it's a fairly sought after place to live. It's got a somewhat remote and a very country feel. Manhattan schools are highly rated, and while there aren't a lot of jobs in Manhattan, that is something that has seen some growth in the last few years, as well as that proximity to Bozeman making it desirable with the university and a growing number of tech companies. And that commute time to Bozeman on the interstate is easy, and it's only about 20 minutes. The Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport is also only about 10 to 15 minutes away right here in Belgrade as well. There is, of course, great opportunity for things to do around Manhattan too. Of course, you've got Bozeman not far down the highway with the university that I mentioned with, sporting events and potential concerts, things like that. You've got downtown and museums and events in the Bozeman area, but Manhattan also has a lovely park right in town here called Taylor Park. It's in the middle of town and has a couple of, baseball fields and a great playground, lots of wide open space and amazing views. And Manhattan hosts events each year as well, including a farmer's market, of course, but the biggest event is the Manhattan Potato Festival, which happens every August. It's a down-home summer festival celebrating the farming and ranching heritage and honors that Montana way of life. And of course, the area has plenty of outdoor adventure as well, skiing at the two main areas with Bridger Bowl right over here, just on the other side of the Bridger Ridge on the other side of Bozeman. And then down to the south here off of Highway 191, of course, is where we're gonna find Big Sky Resort. And certainly there's plenty of places all over the area to get out in the mountains and go backcountry skiing as well, if that's something you're interested in, places to go snowmobiling. And then of course, during the warmer months, particularly the Missouri Headwater State Park, just down the highway near Three Forks, right over here, is a wonderful spot to get out and enjoy the absolutely beautiful area, which is the confluence of, several rivers coming together to form that Missouri River. And the area overall is, there's plentiful mountain biking, hiking, camping, rock climbing, and so much more amazing opportunities to get outside and enjoy this valley and the mountains all around it. Now, I mentioned rivers. Of course, one of the great things about Manhattan is the Gallatin River that flows just to the north of Manhattan. In fact, right down from Main Street is some of the best fly fishing access around the area. The Gallatin is only 5 minutes away, and it's a blue ribbon trout habitat. So you can see here where the Gallatin goes right past and all around Manhattan, surrounded by, some of this farmland and this lovely small town. So as you can see, Manhattan isn't very big, but there are some spectacular properties all over the area. But before we get into the details on the real estate in the area, as I said, my name is Hallie. I am a born and raised Bozemanite, helping people relocate, move, and simply find their place here in Southwest Montana. Bozeman, Big Sky, Three Forks, Livingston, and everywhere in between. My email and phone are right here, or you can use the link in the description to learn more or to get in touch and we can set up a one-on-one call. I'm here to help you find the right place for you so that you can fall in love with this place the same way that I do. I certainly wouldn't want you to move to the wrong spot, so be sure to write write down this information and feel free to get in touch. So let's dive back into some of these areas right here in Manhattan and all around. Overall in Manhattan, the housing prices are slightly lower than Belgrade or Bozeman. As you move away from the larger towns, more into the country living here, the prices are lower overall. However, you can often get a bit more land as well. So it's not so much that the median prices are going to be less, it's that you're going to get more for your money potentially. There's everything from newer condos right near, downtown off of Broadway or Main Street, to some of the older, more historic homes, all surrounding the area and near the park down here, and then some of the newer developments, of course, up here to the north of town. And then if you go a little further north, you will end up in Gallatin River Ranch, which is right up in this area. You're going to gain a little bit of elevation and head up into the hills here. That's where Gallatin River Ranch is. So many people come to Montana seeking that smaller town life with some space to breathe and find more solitude, and Manhattan can certainly offer that kind of peace and quiet living that so many people desire. And as you can see, the area as a whole is surrounded by that farmland, as I mentioned. You've got the river right there, and you've also got all these lovely farms all around, and there is room to grow, which of course Manhattan has experienced a lot of growth along with the rest of Gallatin Valley and really all of Gallatin County. As I mentioned, there's a lot of new construction homes being built in this area just to the north of Manhattan in a neighborhood called Pioneer Crossing. The neighborhood has amazing mountain views, parks, and trails, and is very near some of the schools right here in Manhattan as well. There are 266 planned residential home sites right here in Pioneer Crossing and Centennial Village, which is very close by and also has some lovely single-family homes. In Pioneer Crossing, there are currently 10 active listings with a median list price of $899,000, many of which are brand new builds. Now, as promised, another area worth zooming in on here is the Gallatin River Ranch. The Gallatin River Ranch is a 5,900-acre residential ranch community bordered on one side by the Gallatin River running along the edge here, comprised of individual 20 to 60-acre parcels. There are also 2,000 acres of dedicated common space with private access to the river. As you can see, there's a lot of different roads coming off of this main road here. There is also a equestrian center just for the Gallatin River Ranch. It's absolutely beautiful, and some of the views from some of these lots in here are absolutely stunning. So let's take a look at some market statistics and homes. Currently, the median sold price per square foot is up by about 10% from last year, and end of the month inventory is down by about 13%, which is pretty reflective of the area overall, being somewhere between 10 to 20% down in inventory overall right now from last year. As you can see here, overall median home prices continue to rise in the Manhattan area over time, though you can see there's been a fluctuation with the markets. Winter tends to be a much slower time of year, with sales and listings peaking during the summer months. So this being, January of 2022, and then right here, we're looking at the spring and summer of 2022, and then dropping again during the winter and coming back up during summer. But as you can see, over time, from 2013 to 2023, where we are right now, the overall increase is quite significant. And that is pretty on trend with what we're seeing in all of the Gallatin County areas. As you can see here, there's been overall increases in all of Gallatin County, which is including Manhattan. You'll see there's an increase there and a pretty good spike in the last few years here in those property values. As far as land for sale in the greater Manhattan area, lots range from a quarter acre for just $162,000 up to about 2,580 acres, which is an expansive piece of land with so much opportunity, listed for just under $8 million. The median list price for land currently is $325,000 of the 40 currently available parcels. The current median list price for all residential properties in the greater Manhattan area is about $950,000. There are 26 residential listings. Now, of course, there are going to be outliers. The highest price listing in Manhattan currently is on 22 acres, listed for $3.5 million, and the lowest is a condo listed just under $400,000. So let's take a quick look here at some of those homes, just so you can get an idea of what you could expect in this area. If we look right in, Manhattan proper, here is that condo listed at $394,000. This one's a 2-bed, 2-bath with 1,040 square feet that was built in 2017. So it looks pretty nice, you know, newly built right there off of Main Street. And this one is actually zoned business as well, so it could be a live-work situation. A really unique opportunity there. Going back to the map here, we can take a look right here in this Pioneer Crossing area as well. Kind of more of a mid-range home. This home has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It has 2,425 square feet. And as you can see, it has some pretty spectacular views with these big windows and a lovely kitchen, stone fireplace. This is a very Montana-esque home. And look at the views right out that back door here. Really nice fenced backyard there as well, and a really quiet neighborhood there north of town. Now, right over here on the east side of town, there's some really nice high-end homes as well. This is a 3-bed, 3-bath, 4,241 square foot home that was built in 2014. It sits on just over an acre and is a very rustic Montana style home as well. Looks like it's got some lovely big open living spaces and really nice kitchen here as well. And again, you're not going to be able to beat some of the views out here in Manhattan with a lovely garden space and that mountain backdrop right there. There you go. This is a very Montana image for you there. The back patio with cows looking right at you. I love it. And then one more I wanted to take a look at here is right up here in this Gallatin River Ranch neighborhood. This home has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 4,131 square feet, and sits on just over 60 acres of land. And I know I was talking about those views, you know, down in the valley, but when you're up here on the shelf or in the foothills in Gallatin River Ranch, some of the views up here just cannot be beat. And look at these lovely, you know, picturesque windows and tons of natural light. This home has a really unique style to it. Absolutely beautiful. Looking a little bit more at the outdoor space here, it looks like they've done some lovely landscaping. Really, really cool home with that greenhouse and sitting right there in the foothills with spectacular views out into the valley. Of course, I've got several other videos covering a variety of different areas all over Southwest Montana here, discussing the pros and cons, different areas, different neighborhoods, as well as those different price points and what you can get for each. One of those also being that vlog tour of Manhattan. So if you want to learn everything there is to know about living here in the Gallatin Valley or Gallatin County, there's going to be another video that's going to pop up here in just another moment. So be sure to click and watch that so that you can get an even better idea if this is the right place for you or where you might want to be here. And as always, whether you're looking to make a move in the next couple of weeks, couple of months, or even a year, feel free to get in touch. I'd be honored to help you find your place here in Manhattan and those surrounding areas here around Bozeman and Southwest Montana. Now be sure to check these out, and until next time, I hope to show you around.